talk about something. Earlier this week, and this is important, enough about me on Martha Stewart, but ask your folks, it was great. Earlier this week, and this is something that's important, Barack Obama gave what some people are calling a landmark speech on race in America. And although I'm not African-American myself, I can certainly sympathize with Obama's struggle as a black presidential candidate. And I think he's absolutely right. I listened to the speech, and I agree with him. I think it's high time we confronted our country's legacy of racism with a more honest point of view. Now, of course, Dr. Martin Luther King, he envisioned an America that lived up to its promise of equality.
Here we go again. Another white guy pretending he knows what it's like to be black. Like Conan's ever struggled. The only discrimination he's ever faced is from people uncomfortable around geeks. It's bad enough he comes into my dressing room and makes me teach him James Brown bass lines. Plus, every time he sees me, instead of shaking my hand, he gives me that stupid fist pound. That's not even a black thing. I guess he learned that from all his black neighbors in Upper East Honkyville. I bet the only black guy he saw before college was Fat Albert. Last Christmas, Conan gave me a $10 gift certificate to Foot Locker. Thanks. That makes up for slavery. Well, anyway, time for me to go. See you the next time this show awkwardly attempts to deal with race. Back to you pasty-faced pumpkinhead.
Because we're all part of the beautiful mosaic that is mankind. Thank you very much. Thank you. That was great. That speech went over much better than I thought it would. Wow, all right. All right, I'm going to talk about something now that, this is real. This is something I brought up the other day on the show, and it was important that I bring it up because it shattered my faith in the media. And I'll tell you what happened. And I brought this up the other night. I was someone here on the staff was flipping through Good Housekeeping magazine, which is a great magazine. I read it all the time. But flipping through it, and they came across a recipe, a celebrity recipe. Check it out. Here it is. Right there in print. Conan O'Brien's St. Patrick's Day stew. Now, this is real. This is really there, yeah. You're excited to see that. Believe me, I was excited to see this, too, because I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. I don't cook. I've never made stew in my life. I have no idea where this came from. And I was looking at it, and it has all these details about preheat the oven, use a 6-quart Dutch oven, because that's what Conan uses. Conan likes to use small onions and black pepper, and he loves to use lamb stew meat. I don't know what they're talking about. I've never made stew in my life. And then I got upset, and I got worried, and I thought, are there other recipes out there that are attributed to Conan O'Brien that are false? And we found a website. Again, this is true. Check out this other supposed recipe found, Conan O'Brien's Irish-style potato chive pancakes. Yeah. And there's a little theme here, which is that there are these recipes out there in the ether for St. Patrick's Day stew and potato chive pancakes. And they need a face, a celebrity face to go with it, so they grab my fat Irish pumpkin and they shove it next to it. They say, oh, it's what Conan O'Brien makes every day. Well, I mentioned that this isn't true. I don't know where this came from. Well, I guess the people at Good Housekeeping, they realized, oh, my gosh, we've made a mistake. And I have to give it up for them because they contacted us. They said, we're really sorry. We thought Conan O'Brien would love an Irish stew. They said it was all a mistake, and so they've offered to cook up a batch of my Conan O'Brien St. Patty's Day lamb stew, because I certainly don't know how to cook it. And they asked if they could bring it over here. And we thought, well, maybe that's a nice way to put an end to this feud. So, ladies and gentlemen, here to present my O'Brien stew is the editor-in-chief of Good Housekeeping, Rosemary Ellis. Let's get her in here. Thank you very much. Have a seat right here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. A couple of questions here. First of all, how did you guys... This looks lovely, by the way, and thanks for the free housekeeping magazines. We'll get to that in a second. How did you guys decide to put my name on the Irish stew?
Well, we do this every month. We feature a celebrity recipe, and we have a trusted source, a now less trusted source. And we always, we double check it with the celebrity to make sure that, yes, this is your recipe. And clearly, there was a miscommunication this month.
So someone was supposed to call me and say, do you make a St. Paddy's Day stew every year?
Somewhere along the line, something was misconfirmed.
Okay.
So, anyway, you've been such a what's the Gaelic word for mensch? You've been such a mensch about this. I'm sorry, but thank you
I don't know what
so
you're
much.
talking about. Why do you keep using that word? I don't understand. The Gaelic word for mensch would be something none of us... Argy-bargy. I think it's argy-bargy. I've been a real argy-bargy about this whole thing. So this is Conan O'Brien's stew, is it?
So this is it. So we made it for you. We'd love to invite you to the Good Housekeeping Test Kitchens, where we will teach you to make it.
You'll teach me to make this?
And we want to give you a lifetime subscription that starts actually with the magazine under the one on the top. That's the April issue. And the one underneath it is our special Conan commemorative issue.
Look at this. You're going to put out this issue.
We think you're a great cover.
Why does it say "She drives me crazy" underneath my picture? She drives me crazy. Or 7 ways to burn fat faster. Lose fat in your big Irish head now.
Or after you eat the stew.
Eat the stew. Well, this is lovely. This is the actual stew. If you teach me to make this next year, may I go ahead and eat? I know this is impolite, but can I?
Be our guest.
Very nice.
Little lamb, some vegetables, of course, potatoes, garnished with a little thyme. It's really easy to make.
Do you mind? Because the whole thing here seems to be we got to Irish this up. Do you mind if I Irish it up a little more for next year's recipe? Do you mind?
It's your recipe. You can do whatever you want.
Okay. A little Jameson's whiskey here. And then finally, what says Ireland like Irish Spring salt? There we go. Oh boy, I took that too far.
I think you've seriously raised the fat content on this.
I want to see this in the issue next year on St. Patrick's Day. Deal?
Come test it.
All right, I will do it. You've been a great sport. Our thanks to Rosemary Ellis and to all the people at Good Housekeeping who were so nice about this. We'll take a break. David Schwimmer coming up. Stick around.